All right, so we moved the first house for the Redfoots over to the side. Cassandra had no part of this whatsoever. And Carlos and I were gonna lift this thing up, get it into the corner. It kind of fell apart just a tad. Let's see what's underneath this thing right here. Some more tortoises. Here we are, first Redfoots in. Big girls. Here you go, you guys. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here at Blake Exotic Animal Ranch. Today, you guys, is finally the day that we've been talking about for a couple weeks now. And we're finally taking apart all the tortoise pens so we can start prepping for our large giant roosters. I always posted on Instagram all the time my giant roosters, and those are my cassowaries on the other side of this enclosure. All the tortoises are getting rehomed to another part of the property, and that's what we're doing right now. Undoing the first top layer of the 2x12 by 12 so that we don't have all the tortoises running everywhere. Frame out the bottom, move the tortoises, take out the bottom, double it up. Simple, easy. It's just gonna take us the whole day because it's a lot of wood we gotta move, a lot of tortoises we gotta move, and we're moving all the pins in one day. Let's make it happen. So we're at the section. We already have one piece over here. We got 4 more. We got Carlos with us as well, helping out today. So what we have to do is we are normally before gonna come all the way up to the 24-foot mark, but we decided not to because this is where my trailers get backed up to, and we don't want to have an accident that we bump into the tortoise pins. So we're gonna bring them back around 3 to 4 feet in. So they'll be 20 foot by 30 something foot. Each pin will be a different size, but the Redfoots will be one of the biggest and the mountains will be one of the biggest. So pretty much first off, we're putting our first piece of wood right here and going that way, laying them down and then doubling them up. Well, we'll do our first layer. After our first layer, we'll do our double layer. So I guess this first one, we'll just lay right here. 2x12s last a long time, but there you go. That's our first literally pin right there, or our first little divider. So obviously it's gonna fall right over, but we can screw it into that little 2x4 on that backside, and we'll put extra supports later on so nothing happens whatsoever. But that's our first pin, our first board, and you can literally see the stickers are still on here since we bought these pieces of wood. I think we bought these pieces of wood probably 5 years ago. And pressure treated wood, I mean, they're perfectly straight. It's pretty much, you can still buy them just like this at Home Depot, perfectly fine. These guys will last another 10, 12 years without any situation. So our next one, we're gonna lay it right next to each other, but we're gonna have to put a little pole or something here so that there's support so they don't just fall over with being top heavy. All right, so we're doing the rough draft right now of the Redfoots and the elongated tortoise pin. As you guys can see, it's pretty much done. We have to put the second layer up over here and put a couple supports in different parts. It looks big, it looks great. We'll get the exact measurements. I'm pretty sure from post to where we were actually gonna put it before was about right here, and that was about 30 something foot. Now we're coming out all over here. So I think it's 36 foot by 20 foot instead of 24 foot, which is fine because we're giving ourselves a little bit of a barrier from driving our trucks through here to work with other things in the back. If we have to get propane for a generator, we have to make sure a truck could go through all the time. We have to always have access. So side looks pretty freaking good. Next step up right next to it, I'm pretty sure who we're gonna put next to us are our smaller tortoises to raise up. So what I'm gonna put is probably our radiated tortoises, our star tortoises, our cherry heads, and Tarzan, Caches, Aldabra tortoises gonna go right here. So we're gonna have this section here. We're gonna have to add plants and all that as well because as you can see, there's a lot of sun at this time of the day and they will obviously cook. The Redfoots have enough shade, but we're still gonna add some more shade as well. Today, we're just gonna have all the pins in place and we're probably gonna go out and grab a couple plants. We started digging a little bit. It wasn't too fun. We switched up our ideas again because digging here is a pain in the butt. Florida's full of cap rock and it's a lot of work. Cassandra got me some coffee, so I was able to start thinking over again. And we're getting to go. Carlos is cracking up with me over here. But we got this. The sun's about to start coming out, so we're about to start getting real hot. We gotta start moving tortoises because we only moved the top layer. And once we move that second layer, the Redfoots are running around the whole yard. We're gonna have to start moving them. So that's gonna be the fun part. So let's do it. All right, so we moved the first house for the Redfoots over to the side. Cassandra had no part of this whatsoever. And Carlos and I were gonna lift this thing up, get it into the corner. It kind of fell apart just a tad, which I kind of knew was gonna happen. The whole thing is completely looks like a puzzle piece.
If I let it go, it's coming down.
Yeah, if he lets it go, it's done. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna get it back to the corner, screw everything back together. It's a good house. They last forever. They don't go bad. It's never gonna rot. It's made out of plastic. It has a complete plastic bottom. Tortoises don't lay inside the house, so you don't have to look and search through the house. And it's good. It's a nice freaking house. So we're gonna get it and we're gonna put it in the highest point corner over there to the far left.
I'm following your lead. I bet.
He's not lead.
No, I'm not. We got that. Nah, I gotta follow you.
All right, this way.
Oh God.
Oh, you turning it?
What happened?
There's a tree.
Oh, we're turning it this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Just keep it on the wall.
And I want to turn and have the hole looking that way. So when I'm walking my days, I can see everything through. All right, so we'll lift a little bit and turn it. Now we're trying to level out the house a little bit so it's a little more straight upwards. And that's pretty much it, you guys. We got the house in place. We're gonna screw it all back together to make sure it's nice and leveled. And we got a nice high and dry area over here. Tortoises can work their way all over here. They will completely stay dry in this section. Let's screw this thing back together and we're freaking good. We have our lights still here for winter. All we have to do is throw it that way over there towards the house. We have our electricity over there. And we're ready to freaking rumble, if that made any sense. All right. Some type of weird words come out of my mouth when I'm talking a lot.
I think you put this one on that side.
That side over there?
Yeah.
All right, so these things right here are just literally pipes that go into the ground for drainage or sewage and all that stuff. A lot of places on the side of the highways, they're literally just thrown over in piles. If you see it's a trash pile, realistically, you go up to them and grab them. They're just going to throw it away. United States throws away so much material, so much food, so much stuff. You can find so much things for just your animals just sitting on the side of the road. It's crazy. These things are sitting on the side of the road. I found one giant pipe, cut it in half, works perfect. Perfect hides for your tortoises. It's like a natural log in the ground and ready to go. Same thing. And then also, you guys, we're gonna add plants. So in this more sunnier area, I'll probably add a hibiscus bush here or maybe a guava tree right here and add a couple more little things. As you guys know, these tortoises are coming from the jungles and it's a full canopy. So that's why we like the palm trees here. We're gonna have to add some more plants over here, but before the plants are big enough, we'll have to have some shade cloth. But it is time, you guys, right now to go grab all the redfoots, get a good look out of them all. This is the first time grabbing all the redfoots in probably 4 or 5 years. I grab them every once in a while, grab one here, check it out, that's it. But we're gonna go grab them all, look them over, make sure they have no ticks and all that, and get them all inside of here. Put it down in the comments, you guys, how many redfoots do you think I have? We got 2 of our Gorilla carts ready to go. Gorilla, if you're seeing this, we need a sponsorship. Like right now, our tires are falling apart because we work these freaking wagons like crazy. But let's get it going. So Carlos got 1 redfoot female. This is another redfoot female right here. I know every single one of my tortoises inside of here right off the back. So if you guys need to put in the comments right now, watch us while we're working. How many tortoises do we have inside this pen? So we have 2 right now. Let's start loading up. You got 2 more big females. They both laid this year already. Another beautiful female right here. These guys are looking great, looking solid. Carlos, when you pick them up, just look in the inside of the skins and see if you see any ticks. If you see any ticks, let's pull them off. They shouldn't have any ticks whatsoever. So the only downside about moving these animals away from this area to the other side is we're not gonna have any more chickens, any birds walking around. The beneficial thing with the chickens and the animals walking around is, what are they doing? They're the tick control. They're looking around for all sorts of different types of ticks. But unfortunately, when you have those animals here and they're walking around and doing all that stuff, they are putting diseases or they're putting germs for every single pin. So the chickens are jumping from this pin to that pin to that pin and jumping back and forth. Some people don't like it, some people do. I've never had an issue whatsoever. The only reason why I'm moving the tortoises right now once more is because the fact of I needed this area for the cassowaries. If not, they would have stayed right here happily ever after. But we're gonna have to move them today. So we got a nice, beautiful redfoot male right there. There's a first elongator coming in. This female is massive. I absolutely love that girl. This is another big female right here. So we are loading up right now. They are not gonna be happy right now. We're moving. These guys are filled of eggs as well. But that's all right. We have a nice, soft area for all these tortoises to go. Let's keep on grabbing.
Way more than I thought.
Oh yeah. All right, we got 3 more, 4 more over here. Probably another 10 in there. Yeah, there's another 6 more in there. A lot inside of here. All right, big girls. These are all girls right here. Oh yeah, big girls. All right, after those couple right here, let's go load them down and come back. Are you guys keeping count? Because I'm not.
Big G wants to come.
The redfoots are on their way to the new home. Oh, and the elongators. The elongators are with the redfoots as well. Here we are. First redfoot's in. Big girls. Here you are, you guys. Nice, fresh ground for you all. There we go.
We're on 4.
We're on 4 right now. Oh, you guys have a good time. They're all gonna smell, explore. Look, they're all smelling. Look at the females. Look, already going to eat. Look how fast they're already eating. They're like, oh, green grass. These guys act like they've never ate before. It's so funny.
They're all eating.
Oh, they're all gonna go freaking crazy. They're smelling the ground and they're loving it.
That's awesome.
All right. Oh, still got more over here. And you know what the crazy part is about all this right here, you guys? Everything that just came in here, we only have 2 boys. There's a bunch more boys and a bunch more girls that still need to add to this group. And some of these tortoises are tortoises that people have found. Like this one was all blue covered, found on the side of the road. Never found the owner. There's a couple in here that people have called me, and unfortunately they're moving and they can't keep them anymore, so they want to have them a better home, so they bring them to me. So I have a couple redfoots in here that are a little bit more pyramided, and that's because they were grown not properly, which is okay. People don't know exactly what they're doing the first time, pet owners, and that happens. But a lot of the tortoises that I've raised up are pretty freaking flawless. This was a captive born animal. This was a wild caught animal, but she's a long-term wild caught. She's been here for over 15 plus years already. You gotta keep on grabbing more. Let's see what's underneath this thing right here. Some more tortoises. This is my big boy right here. He's absolutely awesome. He's a great breeder. We got this beautiful female right here, real high yellow female. Goes a lot of yellows. All right, let's grab these 2. This is a nice pair right here. Look how bright these colors are. When it rains, they're very, very, very bright. Hope you guys are counting. Let's see who gets the right number. Maybe we'll do a raffle and ship out a baby tortoise to the right person that gets the right number. Oh yeah. All right, you guys, so we completely finished the whole entire redfoot enclosure. Obviously, we still have to add water. We still have to have plants. So stay tuned for other parts that we're going to have for all the other enclosures we have to do. But if you guys look around right now, you guys can only see probably 1 to 4 tortoises, and that is it. All the other tortoises are completely gone. They're in their hives, they're in their houses, and that is perfect. So there's enough houses, there's enough tubs and everything for everybody to do what they want to do. Like we were talking about earlier, we're definitely going to add a plant here, add another plant here, probably a guava tree, so there's a little bit more different types of fruits for the enclosure for more foraging and all that to make it more naturalistic for them. But then if you back up a little bit more, the next video that we're going to be having for you guys, it's going to be part 2. We're going to start getting all of the other tortoises prepared to come in here. Part 2 is going to be the rest of all the enclosures. So this was like the hype video for you guys. So stay tuned, follow along, and make sure you have your post notifications on for part 2 that we're going to have next. Because we're going to move our radiateds, our star tortoises, all of the different things over here, and have them all divided, nice planted enclosures for everybody. Then our wood turtles, then our easterns, then our mountains. The wood turtles are only going to be there for a little bit because they're all going to move to the other side, but we still have to redo this whole entire fence on that side of the property. But there's no reason to do that right now because, like I said, the main goal of why we have to move this stuff now is because we have to move the cassowaries. Everything has to get puzzled in together. Other than that, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, put your post notifications on, and stay tuned for the next video, you guys, and have a good day.